Are you looking to buy a pet bird? If yes, then thanks for tuning into Myopic Mind as we cover the top 9 pet birds. A disclaimer before we start. Always refer to your local state or country laws before deciding to buy a bird, and only get one as a pet if you're serious about taking care of them. These animals are not toys but lifelong companions and should be treated with the utmost respect and care. Number 1. Budgies. These magnificent creatures are native to the grasslands of Australia. Budgerigars, or more commonly known as budgies, are the most readily available bird in pet shops. Depending on the breed, these birds are about 5 to 11 inches or 13 to 28 centimetres in length. What makes them so accessible is their low cost, energetic nature and their ability to mimic human speech. Budgies are one of the best talkers in the entire world, capable of a vocabulary of more than 200 different words. They have an average lifespan of 8 to 12 years in captivity and require at least 15 minutes of attention and playtime every day. Budgies are social birds. They enjoy living in flocks. They like eating, bathing, chattering and bonding together. Consider buying 2 budgies if you want to keep these birds as happy as possible. Apart from that, they can be quickly trained to perform tricks and are preferred by magicians because of their small size. If you have no prior experience handling or keeping a bird as a pet, these birds are excellent starter choices because they are not expensive to maintain and don't require as much attention as some other birds on this list. Number 2. Cockatiels. Cockatiels are also native to Australia and can be seen flying around and perching on fences in cities. After budgies, these are probably the most recognised pet bird globally because of their extraordinary gentle nature. These birds can grow to a height of around 11 to 15 inches or 28 to 38 centimetres, with an average lifespan of about 15 to 17 years. The oldest cockatiel recorded lived 32 years in captivity. Their beautiful crest is their most distinguishable feature and is a significant contributor to their popularity. The crest can be observed to easily assess the cockatiel's behaviour. For example, if the crest is laying flat on its head, it means that the bird is relaxed and comfortable with its surroundings. Whereas if the crest is erect, it can mean 2 things. Either the bird is excited and happy, or it is terrified. Cockatiels are highly sought after because of their gentle nature, sweet personality and sweet voice. Unfortunately, they are not good at mimicking human voices, but they are excellent whistlers. They are social birds that require at least about 30 minutes of attention and playtime per day for their mental well-being. They are also considered a beginner's pick, but you need to have some basic experience in handling birds before trying to take care of a cockatiel. Number 3. Conures. These colourful parakeets are native to the forests of South and Central America. They are extremely popular and are bred in massive quantities to meet the demand of the pet trade. Conures are essentially giant budgies. They are energetic birds that require a lot of attention and care. There is a huge variety of sizes available, ranging between 10 to 20 inches or 25 to 50 centimetres, with an average lifespan of 22 to 27 years, with the oldest conure reportedly living 40 years in captivity. Conures are sought after because of their beautiful plumage and lively personality, which requires a substantial amount of care and around 1 hour of direct attention every day. Apart from their demanding nature, they have loud voices and are not recommended when living in apartments or areas with noise restrictions. Conures have minimal human vocabulary, but they are excellent at producing other environmental sounds, such as household equipment or a ringing doorbell. These birds are excellent companions for people who have experience in handling and caring for previous birds, for those who are interested in bigger birds. Number 4. Alexandrine Parakeet. Alexandrine parakeets are named after Alexander the Great. This is because he was fond of these birds and kept one as a pet. They are the bigger cousin of the more commonly known Indian ringneck or the rose-ring parakeet. They are native to the Indian subcontinent and can be spotted flying in the open skies or nesting on trees. These birds are officially banned from the pet trade in India by virtue of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, which provides protection to the native flora and fauna of India. Even after the severe restrictions placed on their trade, vast quantities of Alexandrine parakeets are smuggled through the black market to meet the demands of bird enthusiasts. They are sought after due to their ability to mimic sounds, as they are some of the most precise speakers in the entire world. Their vocabulary isn't as vast as some other birds, but these parakeets have a large beak and rounded tongues, which helps them speak in crystal clear voice. The Alexandrine parakeets are one of the largest parakeets on the planet, coming in at around 24 to 28 inches long, or approximately 58 to 64 centimetres. They have an average lifespan of around 25 to 35 years in capacity, but the oldest recorded Alexandrine parakeet lived over 44 years. These are not beginner birds, as they can be temperamental and require around 1 to 1.5 hours of attention every day. If you have small children, these birds can also pose a risk, as they have powerful beaks and lash out if agitated. Number 5. Senegal. These intense-looking parrots are native to the Republic of Senegal and are easily found in most pet shops. They are slightly smaller than the average cockatiel at around 9 inches or 22 centimetres, with an average lifespan of about 30 years. The Senegals are prized chiefly for their ease of handling due to their calm temperament. These birds are not very demanding and will be content by just sitting on your shoulder all day. They don't need a flock to live with, which makes them easily attached to their human companion and prone to depression if left alone for an extended period. Senegals are also an excellent choice for training, as they are intelligent creatures that can understand and remember directions given by their handler. Some Senegal parrots may learn to mimic humans perfectly, but usually these birds prefer to just whistle and cluck. It's fair to say that they are excellent pets if you live in an area with noise restrictions. Even though these birds are not demanding, big or challenging to take care of, they are still considered intermediate birds because of their attention, which if broken can lead to the bird's death. Number 6. Caieque. These brightly coloured birds, known as clown birds, are adored by bird lovers all over the globe. They are native to South America and can grow up to 10 inches or 25.5 centimetres in length, with a lifespan of approximately 30 years and a maximum of 40 years in captivity. They are by no means a beginner bird, because the amount of attention and playtime they require is absurdly high. The Caieque essentially never gets tired and needs some activity throughout the entire day to expend its extra energy. The Caieque can also be extremely stubborn, beaky and temperamental. They won't hesitate to nip your hand if annoyed. These birds can be very destructive if not given appropriate toys to play with, and will not hesitate to bite through wires, furniture and anything they can get their beaks on. Caieques are not well known for their talking ability, but can learn to whistle and make different environmental sounds. They are not as noisy as the Conures, but they may disturb your neighbours if your apartment has thin walls. You should only buy this bird if you are an experienced bird handler and have space to allow the Caieque to play. Number 7. Umbrella Cockatoo. Umbrella cockatoos are one of the largest pet birds and have larger-than-life personalities. These majestic birds are native to Indonesia, where they can be found foraging in the jungle for fruits, seeds and berries. They can reach up to 20 inches or 50 centimetres with an average lifespan of 70 years, with the oldest recorded bird living 83 years in captivity. Umbrella cockatoos are well known amongst bird fanciers because they are arguably the most affectionate bird on the entire planet. These birds get easily attached and become possessive to a point where cockatoos will resort to plucking their feathers out of agitation if not reunited with their owners. Owning an umbrella cockatoo is similar to owning a 5-year-old child for 70 years. An umbrella cockatoo requires around 6 to 8 hours of direct contact with their owner and can become so possessive that any change in your life, such as forming a new relationship with someone, the birth of a baby, or buying a new puppy, will directly impact the bird's behaviour. They get aggressive towards anyone they see as their competition and will not hesitate to bite them relentlessly. Apart from their affable nature, they are very clear speakers. Their vocabulary is about 50 words, but the clarity in their voices is incredible. They are also loud, so you will never be able to keep them as a pet while living in a quiet neighbourhood. In essence, umbrella cockatoos should only be owned by experts who have had experience handling birds and can provide the space and time required for their healthy mental development. Number 8. African Grey. As the name suggests, African Greys are medium-sized grey-coloured parrots native to Central Africa. What sets these birds apart is their bright scarlet tail and sharp orange eyes. These creatures generally live in woodlands, savannas and mangroves inside the ranges of Western and Central Africa, where they usually live off seeds, fruits and palm nuts. The African Greys are one of, if not the most intelligent birds in the entire world. They have been given the moniker of Bird Einstein by enthusiasts because of their incredible emotional intelligence, cognition and aptitude. Alongside their intelligence, these birds are prized for their unmatched ability of mimicry and human speech. They can quickly amass a vocabulary of 1,000 words within a year just by listening to people talking.
Alexa, all light on. Okay.
For reference, an average parrot has a vocabulary of about 30 to 50 words. They can grow up to 16 inches in length or around 40 centimetres with a life expectancy of about 40 years. The oldest African grey parrot lived for over 65 years. These parrots have very complex personalities and are sensitive to change in their environment. Most of them are very social, but some can become a one-person bird no matter how much you try to socialise them. Apart from that, these birds require a lot of attention and complex toys and puzzles that they can try to decipher. If not given the proper care, African Greys often start developing terrible habits such as chewing and plucking feathers or constant screeching. African Greys should only be bought by expert bird handlers. That's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content and let us know below if there are any topics you would like covered.